Welcome to Blue Mountain Village, Ontario, Canada, and Agora, Path of Light, an outdoor interactive night walk experience at the top of Blue Mountain. This is cool. Let's go check it out. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Blue Mountain Village just outside of Collingwood, Ontario. This video is going to give you a walkthrough and as much information about Agora, Path of Light at the top of Blue Mountain Village. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment section, but I'm going to try and take you through the process and give you as much information as possible.
Right, so these do have to go on.
Okay, sure.
If at any point during your stay you want to take them off, just make sure you see the front desk and they'll just get you another one.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Yeah. I didn't want to sleep with that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're ready to do Agora,
Yeah.
they should be opening shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, I already scanned these.
Trying to remember.
Just double check. There we go. Perfect,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank
So
you very
Agora,
much.
when you get off at the top,
Yeah.
you're gonna walk about 10 minutes that way on the paved path. You'll see some signage and some lights. When you're coming back, if it is dark, I would suggest using your phone light, just because some of the path isn't lit. So just for safety. But yeah, it's about a 3-kilometer loop. Self-guided, do it at your own pace, read all the things, do all the features, and then whenever you're done, just come on back down. We'll bring you back,
Great.
okay?
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I will get you in the next one there.
Yeah, we'll wait for that.
Okay.
All right, we've got our tickets scanned. Now what we're going to do is get on the gondola. It is roughly 4.5 minutes, I believe, to go to the top. I'm going to fast track it a little bit because I don't want to show you the whole gondola trip. I will be putting a video out in the next week of the gondola ride during the day on a nice sunny day. But right now, the Agora Path of Light presentation goes from 8 till 10 p.m. It's when it's dark. So right now it's about 7:40. We are going up in the gondola and it's going to take us roughly 10 minutes to walk from the top of the gondola to the actual Agora Path of Light presentation. It's a kilometer. And then the actual Agora presentation of lights is 1 kilometer in length, and likewise you've got to walk a kilometer back in the dark. I believe that the last gondola going up leaves at 9 p.m. and the last one coming down is 10 p.m. So we are at the top. We are going to see signs. You're going to come off here and then you're going to go to the left and you're going to walk about a kilometer. You can see the sign, it's pointing left. You don't want to get lost up here, but we're up here during light. The light of the sun's going down quickly. So we're just looking back there at where the gondola is. You're going to see the big red chair here, and then we're going to point you in the direction of how we're going to be walking, just so you don't get lost. You don't want to be walking up here in the middle of the night and walking around, so we're going to walk that way. So we walked our kilometer, we have come to the entrance. This is Agora, Path of Light. It's back, lighting up the hills until the end of October. Agora, Path of Light is an outdoor interactive night walk experience created by an incredible team across Canada, showcasing the spirit of the forest and the cycles of life in nature through the language of light and sound. There are roughly 5 stops along this interactive presentation. And we're just going to try and document it as best we can. I had some GoPro cameras, but they weren't really capturing this well. So we went with our phones and the phones seemed to capture it a little bit better. So the experience begins when you take the open air gondola ride to the top of the hill. Takes roughly 4.5 minutes. They have these things down on the side of the pathway to make it easier for you to kind of walk along it. I would probably advise you to bring a flashlight if you had it, and some closed-toed shoes. No high heel shoes, nothing like that, because there's a little bit of gravel and a little bit of pavement. So as we go through here, it's just kind of cool. Some of them are cooler than others. This was probably my favorite one right here. This is an interactive installation. You have people at each of these stops, and they advise you and they tell you how to enjoy it. They give you some background information on it. You can also read these boards that are up here about how it all ties in, but it is an interactive light walk installation, and it's based on the 5 elements of air, space, earth, water, and fire. To go over again, how long did we spend up here? I'm gonna say at least an hour. So if you're coming up with kids, expect at least an hour up here. The other thing is, watch what you're walking on. You saw, we just came across the bridge there. Some of this is kind of flat, but there's a few bumps here and there. There's some roots. Remember, you are in the forest, so make sure you have good shoes. If you do have problems walking, make sure you're particular about, watching where you stand and where you place your feet. We're on to one of the next installations here. The installations utilize an impressive system of LED lights that crisscross beneath a wooden boardwalk to mimic the mushroom root system and cast light on the lifelike wolves in the background, fostering a rich narrative centered around the forest heartbeat. So this one's all about the mushrooms here, and the more you walk on the forest floor, the more it lights up. And like I said, it is interactive. You can either yell into those megaphones, you are stomping on the forest floor, hence the forest knows you're coming and everybody in the forest knows you're coming, and just creating noise. You can see how the lights change as we go through the forest here. All in all, am I glad I did it? Yes, I'm glad I did it. It was kind of a cool thing, especially at night. It's a beautiful fall night here. You can see the owl up there. Now this is Aqua, obviously the water in the forest. Here's another kind of interactive light show. The more you talk or you move around the forest floor, you can see it kind of light up in certain areas to mimic the water. Now this one was a little bit different because you could speak in to this megaphone and it would kind of tell you how to say it in the native voice here. So you're learning about language, you're learning about environment, you're learning about a lot of things, the forest, culture, history, etc. So we finished up, we walked our kilometer back, and I'll just say, make sure you've got that 1 kilometer back. You've either got a flashlight or you use your phone or something like that, but we're gonna get on the gondola here. And normally I was thinking I wouldn't put this part in the video, but coming down into the village on the gondola at night was kind of magical in a sense. And what do we have? I've got maybe 2.5 more minutes just coming down into the village, and I just thought it would be nice for people to see it. But you can see the village there lit up. You can also see the water that's out there. Certain parts from here all the way almost to Collingwood. So it was a beautiful ride down, and I'm gonna say it took at least an hour. And I'll say it again, 4 minutes up. We had to walk 10 minutes to get to the Agora presentation. We were in there at least 20 minutes, another 10 minutes back, and another 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes down. So if you do the math, you're looking at an hour minimum. I thought it was great. Maybe the kids would enjoy it. This was a weeknight, so it wasn't that busy. As a result, there weren't a lot of people around. We could film almost all the stuff we wanted to. So we're coming back down into the village here. Going up is cool in and of itself, just on the gondola, but coming down, it was kind of magical. Out in the forest, just the two of us going down there, it was kind of cool. So I'm going to say thanks for coming along. Blue Mountain Village, Four Seasons Resort, going to the Agora Path of Light presentation, only on until the end of October. And I think they've done various incarnations and variations of the Agora theme in the last 10 years up here. And this was the first time we really got to get up to the top there and to see it. So the weather is beautiful right now in fall at night. You know, a little jacket required, but make sure you have some good shoes and you don't get off the path. Make sure your footing is good. So I'm going to say ciao for now from Blue Mountain Village, and I hope you enjoyed walking along with us to see Agora Path of Light. Thumbs up to Blue Mountain Village for putting stuff like this on. It was a really cool experience. See you next time.